Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno, the founder of Real Men Real Style. Today, I'm going to be answering the question, do I need to tuck in my shirt? All right, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. By doing that, these videos will come right to you. In addition, if you like this, if you find it useful, and if you want a free 47-page ebook, go ahead and click on the like button or grab the ebook right down there. Okay, let me jump right into this. The question that came in, we've got it from Ahmed, and he's like, Antonio, first off, I want to thank you for your videos. They're very helpful. Second, I want to ask a question. As a newly graduated student, it's not cold anymore and I'm starting to dress more professionally. But I still want to wear my shirt with my business pants. So my question is, does every shirt I wear have to be tucked into the pants? Or is it okay to be untucked occasionally? What about jeans? Are there special rules or depending on the type of shirt, etc.? Thanks in advance. All right, well, Ahmed's got a good question and something that I see a lot of men messing up. And so let's jump right in. First off, I'm going to say there's a big myth out there. Especially here in the United States, we think that untucking your shirt is going to make you look better, is going to cover up a little bit of excess weight in the midsection. Untucking your shirt does not hide your belly. And in fact, it makes it look worse. Because what happens is that we all see that you just untuck the shirt. It's usually wrinkled there at the bottom. It draws attention to that area, and it almost makes it, if the shirt is too long, which for most guys, they do wear that shirt too long when they try to wear it untucked, it looks almost like a dress. And we see these stress marks around your stomach. It just doesn't look good. Realize that most shirts that are collared are designed, so I'm talking dress shirts here, are designed to be worn tucked in. And they're going to look best when you wear them like that, even when you have a little bit of a stomach. Yes, it's going to be a little bit, you're going to be able to see the profile, but you need to own your look. At the end, guys, confidence is going to take you really far. And yes, I know, a lot of you guys are carrying a little bit of extra weight, but you need to be, kind of throw it out there, say, okay, that I understand I've got a little bit of excess weight, but I'm still going to dress sharp as best as I can with what I have, and I'm going to look good, and I'm going to own it, and I'm going to be confident. If you want to eliminate, or not eliminate, but hide a little bit of the midsection weight, you have to add size to the shoulders, and the only way you're going to do that is with a jacket. There are some shirts that add a little bit if you've got epaulets, which are a leftover vestige from shirts' military origins. Those help a little bit. They kind of build up the shoulders and kind of create an illusion. But overall, most shirts that are not designed to be worn untucked are not going to look good untucked on a man. They're just going to make you look sloppy. Okay, so I've hit that out there. Most shirts are designed to be worn tucked in. And if you have a belt and it has belt loops and you tuck in your shirt, remember to wear a belt with that. Don't not wear a belt. And if there's a little bit of a trick, if you want your legs and you want to look a little bit better, you want your leg line to be you want to look taller, one thing you can do is choose a belt that doesn't contrast the trousers. If perhaps you've got a really small upper body though, and you want your upper body to look a little bit big, you can go with a contrasting belt buckle or a contrasting belt, and that's going to actually make your torso look a little bit bigger. Another thing is to make sure you properly tuck in your shirt. So you don't want to just throw it in there. You want to put it in there properly. I'm going to create a whole separate video on how to do this. But for now, just look around the web. There's a lot of good videos out there that can help you with how to properly tuck in your shirt so it doesn't come off and you don't get the what my friends over at Fifth and Lamar, they make a great slim shirt, by the way. But the guys over at Fifth and Lamar, I think they coined the term muffin top. And I think that that's something you don't want, especially if you're thin. And don't forget, I've said that most shirts. So what shirts are? Well, there is an actual style. It's more of a casual shirt or polo shirts or t-shirts. Those are made more to be worn untucked. Now, you can tuck in a t-shirt and you can tuck in a polo shirt and you can tuck in some casual shirts. But these are going to be the shirts, not dress shirts, that are made to be worn untucked. And the big thing, if you look at the bottom of just most polo shirts, you're going to notice that they look different than the bottom of a dress shirt. The bottom of a dress shirt usually has, in the front area, it goes down low, and in the back area, it goes down low. And here on the sides, it goes up. You're not going to see that on polo shirts. On polo shirts, you see where the front is straight across, and in the back, where the two pieces of the shirt have been brought together, the back is maybe a little bit longer. That indicates that this is a shirt that can be worn untucked. Doesn't have to be, but can be. Another thing you're going to want to make sure is that the shirt length is right for you. So have at least 2 inches, enough so that whenever you raise your arms up, you're not going to expose your midsection. But you don't usually want to go beyond 4 inches. And this is a proportion thing, because if you're 6'8", you're going to want to lean definitely towards the 4 inches. If you're 5'2", you're going to want to lean towards the 2 inches, and be very careful about that, because it's proportions and what's going to look good. What you don't want to have covered, you don't want to be covering your crotch area, or you don't want to be covering your backside with the shirt as it goes down. There are styles, there are a few exceptions. One of them, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank here, but I'll link to it down below. It's a Hispanic, came out of Cuba, and a friend of mine down in Miami makes these very specialty summer shirts made for hot weather wear, called the Mexican wedding shirt. I can't believe I can't remember this. In any case, I'll link to them down below. But those are one of the few shirts in which you should wear them untucked and wear them longer. Another thing is to wear them with the right type of clothing. So the gentleman in the question is talking about dress pants. Dress pants, you do not wear untucked shirts with. You just don't do it. With jeans, with shorts, with casual clothing, because untucked, when it comes down to it, is a casual look. It gives off a casual feel. So make sure the clothing styles are right. Okay, the half tuck. I know some of you guys have seen this. These are my thoughts on the half tuck. All right, that's it for the half tuck. Okay, guys, if you have any more questions or you have some comments you want to add, I'd love to see you down in the comments. And don't forget about my new website, Men's Style Q&A, where I'm trying to answer, well, it's going to be released here soon, depending on what date you see this video, but it's probably already up and running, and you can go check this out, as it's a better place than leaving questions here on YouTube, which their comment system's broken. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.